That was amazing. What are we talking about? Hoyo Twitter? Did they post something actually important to my life? Do I need to make another surprise video? Holy shit! Sparkle and Black Swan are actually getting buffed. No way. No fucking way. Hold on. No fucking way. What? Sparkle and Black Swan are actually the ones getting buffed? Dog, I'm hitting record right now. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. What do you mean Sparkle and Black Swan are getting buffed? And what do you mean it's in version 4.0? That's the most confusing thing. Like, because the last time we got buffs, it was during version 3.4, and they announced it in 3.2. So, not only are they announcing it right before they're about to get buffed, but then they're also only buffing 2 characters? What? Oh my god. Okay. Like, let's unpack this real quick. Let's take a minute to unpack this real quick. So, first of all, this is interesting because one of the biggest complaints about Nova Flare was the fact that they announced it so far in advance. So it kind of felt like we were just waiting and waiting and waiting. People really didn't appreciate that. So, you know, they actually took the criticism in that regard, and they have made it so that we're getting the announcement right before they're about to be buffed. I actually kind of appreciate that. That's good criticism to take. I appreciate that. But, okay, so Coda is in the chat. Why are we buffing these units, man? I hate you, honkai. And that is renowned YouTuber Coda, everybody. I cannot. Dude, this is insane. Okay, so first of all, again, I appreciate that they're announcing it ahead of time. That's nice. But out of every character we needed buffs for, why did we pick these 2, genuinely? Out of every single character, why did we pick these 2, genuinely? Because I just had a talk today with Cthulhu and Axe, and we talked about Sparkle. If Sparkle didn't have Archer, Sparkle would be genuinely a useless character, I feel like. Casual player base just uses Sunday. Zero cyclers and min-maxers, they just use RMC. Sparkle has no place really, but because she has Archer, that was kind of a nice spot for her. And then we have a new path coming up. And considering that Sparkle currently is a skill point monster and we're getting a new version of Sparkle, it's probably safe to say there was going to be some sort of importance there with skill points again. So why are we buffing her when she probably already would have been fine? She already would have been fine in the current metagame probably, and yet we're buffing her. What the fuck is happening, dog? And now, that's not even talking about Black Swan. I'm gonna be honest, Black Swan is kinda more deserving of buffs in my opinion, but not by much, because Black Swan, she is not the best character, but she is a great teammate for DOT, and she is what most players still tend to use in that team. So, why is she being buffed, is my question. Is she the best option nowadays? No. Is she still a competitive option? Yes. I really like Black Swan, so realistically, I'm not actually upset about Black Swan buffs, because I just really like Black Swan. I'm just failing to understand how these were the top 2 character choices to be buffed. Like, out of everybody we could have chosen, or out of everybody we could have talked about, we chose Sparkle and Black Swan. And it's only those 2. That's the craziest part about this. It is only those 2 that are getting buffed. Unless they announce more tomorrow, maybe they're splitting it 2 and 2. That'd be nice. That'd be a nice surprise, but out of every character, we chose these two? Who you think deserves it more? Okay, the characters who deserve it more. I can't give an exact order. I'll order it afterward. But right now, my list is, in terms of characters I think I want to emphasize, could be buffed. Jing Yuan. Jing Yuan deserves buffs. Argenti needs buffs. Dan Heng IL needs buffs. He is one of the worst damage dealers in the game currently. There is no reason to use him. And then Sela and Dr. Ratio. Like, Jiao Cho is usually on my list. Jiao Cho is just, I don't know. He needs buffs, but more than buffs, he needs a rework. I think they should completely change Jiao Cho from being a Nihility character to an Abundance character with like a Nihility dip. I think he should be the true DOT sustain. That's what I actually think. I think we should completely rework Jiao Cho into an Abundance character. That's what I think is the best move going forward. But I digress. Easily over Sparkle and Black Swan, DHIL, Argenti, Sela, and what is the other character I was thinking of? Ratio. Those 4 characters should have been miles ahead of these 2 characters. Like, easily, all of those characters should have been above Sparkle and Black Swan. I think another big thing is that there are some characters who are just going to be put into the shop, and that means they're not going to be buffed ever, unfortunately. That's kind of reality we got to live with. So, like, Ron May's not going to get buffed. Luoch is not going to get buffed. Topaz isn't going to get buffed. I honestly think Jiao Cho is going to go in the shop, so I don't think Jiao Cho's ever going to get buffed, like, anytime soon. And then, at this point, I feel like I could see Jing Yuan going in the shop, but because he's really popular, I think that's going to save him. Because, like, CN and US players love Jing Yuan. I think that's the saving grace, and that's what's going to get Jing Yuan buffed, is because he's a fan favorite. But otherwise, some of these characters are just going to end up in the shop, and that's just their fate. Like, that's just what it's going to be. But man, even if we take those characters out, Dan Heng IL is a popular character, and he's not getting buffed over Black Swan and Sparkle? Am I wrong? Like, is Black Swan more popular than I think she is? Like, does CN love Black Swan or something? Because her meta relevance isn't even that bad right now. What is happening? What if the Black Swan buffs make her contend Acheron? Okay, you know what? That would be funny. I'd actually be really down for that. Dog, like, I don't know. I'm just not sure how to feel. I really like Black Swan, and here's the thing. Here's the nice part about these buffs specifically. These buffs are on good characters. So let's not forget, these buffs are on already decent characters. For Black Swan, these buffs are probably going to cement Black Swan as the true best teammate for Kafka and Hysilens again. Instead of Cyrene, instead of Ron May, instead of Robin, instead of Tribby. This is probably going to be like the thing that puts Black Swan into the true 3rd slot of that team. And as for Sparkle, genuinely, I'm so beyond curious what they're going to do for Sparkle. Because the main things you could change are to make her less reliant on Quantum. You can make her have a 100% action advance, but you take away the ability to boost Harmony characters, because otherwise that's really dangerous. And then, like, you increase the strength of it? I guess? That's really about it. I'm so I don't know. I'm really curious about what this Nova Flare is gonna do for Sparkle specifically. Because there's a grand total of like 3 to 2, like, no. It's like probably 2 things. There's probably 2 things about Sparkle that actually need to be changed to make her more meta relevant, and that's it. So for having an entire Nova Flare spot, That feels bad. I don't know. I get that a lot of people are probably, like, really excited about this. Like, I know Nim just texted me. I bet Nim is ecstatic right now. And you know what? I'm happy for Nim. This is, like, Nim's time to shine. This might put Sparkle above Sunday. And you know what? If that's the case, that's awesome. That's, like, great for Nim. But my problem is that why are we not getting the characters who actually need buffs to be buffed? If you go and look at any tier list right now, Don Hung Imbibitor Lune is in the slums. Seela is in the slums. Oh, Seela can still zero cycle with my 48 cost bit. Shut the fuck up. Dr. Ratio is in the slums. Argenti is in the slums. I don't know if I said Argenti already, but I'm going to say it again. Argenti is in the slums. And Zhao Cho has been mogged by every character in the game. Silverwolf does his job better than him. Tribby does his job better than him. Cypher does his job better than him. Pela does as good of a job as him. Because I'm reacting to this, like, live on stream. I'm gonna chill out real quick. I think there could be a chance that they're just splitting up the buff announcements. Right? Right, guys? Right? Okay, nobody believes me, clearly. Alright, you know what? That's fair enough. That's... Okay, you know what? Nobody believes me, and that's okay. I don't know. You know what? Maybe I post this video tomorrow, and it's like, oh, well, you look a little silly now. And it's because they release more information, and it's like, that'd be awesome. But in that case, why the fuck didn't they just release it all at once? That's horrible by their PR department. I'm gonna be honest. That's so shit. that is so dog shit. Yeah, this is rough. Out of all the characters they could have buffed, these were not the ones who needed it. These really were not the ones who needed it. And it's good that we're buffing characters who are kind of more okay in their niche or who don't have the strongest presence anymore to be stronger. Because, again, like I said earlier, you're essentially taking characters who are more replaceable in their team comps and making them way better to the point where they are going to be the top options. That's still good. That's still good. But it's not what most players want. And it's interesting to see the comparison to the last patch of Nova Flare, which featured some of the most popular characters in the game and some of the oldest characters in the game who desperately needed enhancements. Because, like, Jingliu and Blade were useless. Silverwolf was outclassed by a 4-star. And Kafka had not been truly relevant in multiple patches. Like, so to see those Nova Flares happen and really bring characters who were loved into relevance was awesome. This, on the other hand, kind of feels like, this feels like we're just kind of swinging for the fences. I want to know what the direction with this was. I want to know what the plan with this was, why it was approved, and why these two characters specifically were decided on, besides some sort of correlation to the new planet we have coming up. I cannot imagine it is going to be anything else besides some sort of shilling for the new planet. I hope that's not the case. I kind of doubt it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm happy about it because I love Black Swan. But I really am just not happy with the fact that these two characters are the first ones announced. Somebody brought up a good point. Cookie brought up a good point. Maybe this means that they're going to do Nova Flare more often. Maybe we'll get like 2 sets per update. And if that's the case, that's pretty good. I'll be pretty happy with that. If we're getting like 2 sets of character updates per version. But yeah, if that's going to be that means that we have to desperately hope that they give us the other characters at some point. Or, oh my god, I'm going to see Twitter explode. And I'm going to see like somebody mail a pipe bomb to Hoyoverse. Like, oh my lord. This is terrifying. They could not have picked 2 worse characters to do this. They're gonna get shot. Like, I am scared for the safety of Hoyoverse. These were not the characters to lead with. Oh, man. Alright, well, oh, hi, Nim. We were just talking about you. Alright, well, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed another short little video. And, yeah, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff. Subscribe, especially for more accidental Doom posting. I swear I'm excited about version 4.0. Alright, bye-bye.